Hey guys, Stephen Kinsler here, and welcome to the Easy Guide to Amazing Fat Loss 6-Week Challenge. This program has been built to help you understand your food, how you think about food, and how you can overcome those obstacles to getting great results. If you are coming back to the program after the last one or one we did before, welcome. You know the drill, you know it works, you know what you got to do. If you're new to the group, make yourself known, let everyone know who you are, why you're here, and we're going to help you understand how making small changes can get you the best results. So before we get into this quick video, this is just an overview of what's to come. We're just going to make sure have you got your checklist. Your checklist is the following. Have you got the ebook that we sent in emails and on the Facebook group? If not, let us know, but you should have it in an email, actually this email. Also the recipe book, your stat sheets, and your food journal. All of them things are what's required. You can record it on your phone or you can write it down. Personally, I like to write it down myself. So you need to have all of them. They are in the email, they're also on the Facebook group. If you're having trouble finding stuff or downloading stuff, please let us know. The other thing that you need to do is have you got your InBody scan. The InBody scans are going to show you your in-depth, like what's going on inside your body is in regards to your skeletal muscle, your body fat, how much it weighs, your visceral fat, your bone density, your water. It's going to give us a lot more metrics to help you understand that you're losing weight, because the scales isn't always going to be your friend. So the checklist is important. Getting into the program itself, it is a 6-week program. The way it works is over 6 weeks, you're going to consume on average 252 meals and snacks. Okay, break that down into a week, it's 42 meals per week. So that is roughly a breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a snack, a dinner, a snack. Now, if you don't consume light food like that, and you do 3 squares a day, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't mean you have to add that in, okay? We're just taking the average numbers. If you're on like 36 a week, you work off 36 a week and we make changes to the 36. We're not asking you to add in more meals unless you are hungry and need to eat. So the way it works is simple. We look at food as habitual, okay? So there's 3 different types of food and we're making it as easy as possible. So there's red food, which is anything that's been processed. You know what red food is. It is like, it's deep fried, it's sugar, it's alcohol, it's cake, sweets, all that stuff. You know you're an adult, so you know what bad food is. Green food is anything that literally from the farm to your plate with as little process as possible. So that's all the veg, all the meat, all that types of anything that's purely healthy for you, you know, good healthy food, wholesome food. Orange food is something that is, for example, if you're lactose intolerant. I can drink some milk, a lot of milk. There's people that can drink a lot of milk. There's people that can't stomach milk. So orange food is the kind of, as we say, it's gray area when it comes to what you can eat and what you can't eat. For example, some people can get away with eating a little bit more bread. Some people shouldn't be eating bread because of how it reacts to the body. That's what we talk about orange food. And again, we explain that in the ebook, so make sure you spend 10 minutes, not even, to read the ebook. So here's what can happen over the course of 6 weeks. So week 1, let's say we do our food diary and we review it at the end of the week. We notice that we have 20 reds in our diet, we have 16 greens, and we have 6 oranges. Okay, so that's our diet. That makes up our 42 meals. That on average means you have 50% red in your food, you have 40% green, you have 10%. So that's why most people that say, oh yeah, I eat healthy, they're actually more closer to this than they are. So they're wondering why they're gaining weight, even if they're exercising, because their food intake is in a negative. And I know people say that there's no good food and no bad food. There is bad food for you and there is good food for you. And everything with moderation is okay. To a point, you know that if you consume Ben & Jerry's, it's not going to have a positive impact on your system. So it is a negative impact, negative food. Nice food, but negative at the same time. Each week what we ask people to do, and we don't ask people to overhaul, each week we ask people to do to just pick 2 meals in your week and make changes. If that's not snacking in the evening, or it's changing your breakfast to two healthier options, or your lunch or your dinner to two healthier options, we ask you to make those changes. Now, you can do more, but we try to stress just make two, and we'll show you what happens if you just make two changes a week. You go from 18 to 18 to 6 in week 2. You go from 14 to 20 to 6 in week 3. We're not going near the oranges just yet. That's something we want to focus on, the big stuff. We're not trying to look for the cracks. We're looking for the big changes. Then you go week 4 is 12, week 5 is 10, and week 6 is 8. So in 6 weeks, you go from 20 to 8 bad meals. You've reduced your reds to 28% and your greens to 62%. And your diet is completely overhauled, and we've made small changes. That's how simple it is. And we'll explain it more as the weeks go on. But don't try to overthink or overanalyze it. We record our food and we see. If you think about it, in 252 days, which is 6 weeks, if your food is currently at 50% of reds, okay, which is 20 reds a week, you're having 126 negative meals out of 252. That's an awful lot. So 50%. It's like 126 negative meals in your diet. And that's where people fall short. They don't understand the food they're eating. They don't see the food they're eating. So then when you're more aware of it, you then make more changes, more rational changes to your diet. And that's what we want to do. So what we're going to do here is when you've done your food review, we ask you to post. Now here's the thing about what our program is. We're going to ask you to be accountable, and we're going to hold you accountable. When we post on the nutrition group, we expect you to comment. If you're not commenting within 48 hours, we will remove you from the group. We don't want people sitting on the fence and not engaging. The reason why we know this works is that the people that engage in the program get results. The people that stay back in the program and don't say anything, they're not doing anything. Because here's the thing, when you're very happy about what you're doing, you want to tell people. It's natural human. It's a human thing. We want, when we do something good, we want people to know we did something good. When we do something bad, we don't want people to know. So even if you have a bad day, or you fall off the wagon for a day or two, you need to let us know. You need to communicate back and forth with the coaches and the people in the group, because what we've seen in the last group is that the actual support from people is amazing. Everyone has bad days and everyone supports everyone. So it's very important that you are on board with that. One of the other things that we got to do is track your measurements. So we have the InBody scan. What we also need you to do, and this is mandatory, no one gets away with this, you need to take your photos. You need to take a photo from the front, from the back, and from the side. Now, for a lot of people, this is very hard. For guys that have done it before, you know how hard it was, and you still did it, and it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be, and it was actually quite liberating. The reason why people don't like to take their photos is because they don't like to look at reality. We want you to look at your reality to understand where you are and what you don't like about your body. And you know what? It's okay not to like something about your body, and it's perfectly okay to want to make a change to that. Despite what people may say, if you're not happy and want to make a change to your body shape, that's what you do. That's what you can do, and that's what you should do. Okay? So we need to get our photos, we need to get our measurements, and this all needs to be done and posted on the Facebook group. And just to make sure, and I said it to the last group, is that we remove everything when the program's over. Okay, we will delete every image that was put up once the program is over. So you're safe in that knowledge. All right, so once we have that done, guys, so you've got your InBody scan done, you've got all your ebooks, you've got your stat sheets, and you've got your pictures and measurements done, you've posted them all to the group, we're ready to get started. There's a few things we want to add to the program this time, and what we're going to do is we want you to be active by posting. We also want you to start asking these questions, right? So I've 3 questions that I want people to kind of work on. This works, okay? Every day if you do this, it will really work for you, and it will help you, and it's going to hold you accountable for those days when you're tired and stressed out. It's going to take you less than 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. So the first thing, the morning and evening questions, the first 3. What is the one thing that can trigger me to eat bad today? So the reason why we say this is because we want to know, right, I'm going to work, if shit hits the fan, or the kids stress me out, or I get a flat tire, and when you're in a stressed state, you will tend to want to lean towards eating comfort food. What is the one thing or the worst thing that can happen to you today that can make that happen? Once you've written that down, how will a motivated me deal with that? So if you do have a flat tire, or the kids do wreck your head, or you have a stressful day at work and you're having that, you've already written down, answered the question of how you're going to deal with it. So it's already in your head that day to overcome it. Why have I chosen to make a change? So the third question is, why have you chosen? So what's going to stress you out? How can you deal with it? And why are you making this change? Always remind yourself daily why. I don't feel good in my body. I want to drop body fat and feel good. I want to be more athletic. I want to perform better. I want to do push-ups. I want to inspire my kids. I want my husband or my wife to find me attractive again. All them beautiful goals. But you have to ask yourself those goals every day. Okay? And again, it's 5 minutes. Don't tell me you don't have the time. And I know you might say, oh, that could be a bit corny. It is corny, but it works. And the reason why it works is because we know it works. If you constantly reaffirm to yourself why you're doing this, you're going to stay on track a little bit longer. Okay? Keep it in your journal. Write the questions down. Answer the questions every day. In the evening, same thing. Did I stick to my food plan? Yes or no? Did you stick to it? Yes or no? If you did, perfect. If you didn't, why? Why didn't you? What happened? And then how are you going to deal with that the next time that happens? So if something went wrong and you ended up falling off the wagon, why did it happen? And then how are you going to deal with that the next time? How are you going to overcome that? What positive did you make today? And that doesn't have to be food. It can be anything. What positive impact did you make today? All right, did you spend extra time with your kids? Did you do the full day of healthy eating? Did you get to exercise more? Did you ring a friend that you haven't spoke to a while? All those type of things. It's kind of a gratitude question. And then the last one is, how can I make tomorrow even better? So what steps are you going to make tomorrow to make it better than the day before and the day before? And these little questions really, really help. Okay, you can add more to it, but we're just going to keep it 3 and 3. And again, the questions are going to be in the email for you to answer as well. All right. So guys, that's the nuts and bolts of the program. And what we want you to do is think about how we're going to make those changes, getting everything set up and getting up and running. If you have any questions, post in the Facebook group or email us to let us know. We will respond within a 24-hour time frame, and then every week you're going to be sent up 3 to 4 different emails. On Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock we have a Q&A which we want everyone to be a part of. It's called Burn the Questions. We're going to have topics where we're going to discuss what should be happening to the body every week, and also a Q&A from you guys to us, me and Dave, to answer all your questions in regards to nutrition. Guys, this is a great program. We've seen amazing results every time we do this, and the amazing results come from the people that put in the work. I hope that you all get the results that you're looking for. If you have any questions, please ask us. We are here to help you achieve amazing fitness and health goals. Have a great day, and I'll see you all on the program.